Today, Our Lady heard your silent cry. You didn't arrive here by chance. It's no coincidence that this prayer found your weary heart. Heaven moved all things, so that at this moment, right now, you could be with me, feeling the embrace of faith and realizing that the Virgin Mary, Our Lady of Aparecida, Mother of Jesus, receives your tears that no one saw, dries your pain that no one heard, and transforms this weight into hope. I know there are days when sadness seems endless, long nights when sleep won't come, because thoughts hurt like chains squeezing the soul. I also know there are moments when it seems there's no way out, that your strength has run out, and that only a miracle can answer what you're facing. It's in those moments that the hand of heaven reaches out to you. Our Lady, your beloved mother, was sent to hold your weary hands and prove that you are not alone. Your cry, even in silence, rose to heaven, and so this prayer has come as an answer. This channel is a place of faith, a space where the heart finds refuge and solace. Here, every word is a balm, every prayer a breath of life for those who no longer know how to carry on. If this message has reached you, it is because Our Lady, Mother of Jesus, wanted to bring you solace. Therefore, I ask that you subscribe, leave your name and where you are listening from in the comments, so that together we can create a powerful chain of prayer, because faith knows no boundaries. It unites us all under the same mantle of the Heavenly Mother. Now imagine heaven descending upon your home. Feel this welcoming presence, like an embrace that envelops your body, calms your mind, and warms your soul. It is the love of Mary, the mother who intercedes with her son Jesus, pouring upon you a river of hope. Perhaps you have wept in secret. Perhaps you smiled on the outside while everything inside was shattered. But today, at this moment, Our Lady of Aparecida gathers each broken piece and presents it before God as an offering of love, so that He may transform pain into victory, despair into peace, and the impossible into miracles. I know your life may be marked by invisible battles, the weight of anxiety that tightens your chest, the feeling of rejection that hurts, the fear of a tomorrow that seems dark. I know there are bills to pay, relationships that seem to be falling apart, jobs that won't come true, dreams that seem too far away. But now in this prayer, close your eyes and join your voice to mine. Surrender your wounded heart, because Our Lady does not ignore even a single tear. She is the mother who knows her child's pain and who never abandons them. Perhaps you're tired of trying and seeing no way out, but it's precisely at this moment that the miracle begins to unfold. Mary, Mother of Jesus, is already interceding before the throne of the Most High. Heaven has already heard your request. The Lord already knows every detail of your life, and that's why He's preparing something that will astound your faith. What seemed impossible begins to open like a door before your eyes. The walls that impeded your progress begin to fall. The chains that held your feet are already being broken. Don't give up now, because this prayer heralds a new era approaching. Let me hold your hand in spirit and lead you into the divine presence. Breathe deeply and feel how God's peace floods every part of your being. Our Lady, Mother of Jesus, is at your side, and at this very moment, heaven is working on your behalf. The desert that seemed endless becomes an illuminated path. The knot that suffocated your heart begins to unravel. The abyss that seemed deep no longer frightens you, because there is a bridge of light supporting your steps. I invite you now to open yourself completely, without fear, without reservation. Present your pain, your burden, your weakness to the Mother of Heaven. Tell her sincerely that you can no longer bear it alone. Allow Mary to place her protective mantle over your life, bringing comfort and protection. For no prayer offered in faith falls on deaf ears. No tear is wasted when offered before the Virgin Mary. Heaven holds every cry and responds in perfect timing. Today, you are faced with a divine opportunity. This moment is not just another video. It is an encounter with God's presence through the intercession of Our Lady. Therefore, do not let go of the hand of faith. Do not allow doubt to steal this experience. Heaven has descended upon you because the time has come to change your story. Breathe in this truth. Something supernatural is approaching your life. Our Lady has already entered your home, entered your struggle, entered your cause. And when the Mother arrives, darkness ceases, fear is silenced, and hope is reborn. Close your eyes now Join your voice to mine. Surrender your life without reservation. This is just the beginning of what God is about to do. Our Lady of Aparecida, Mother of Jesus, stands before you, ready to intercede, ready to wipe away your tears, ready to hold your weary arms. Let this prayer be the mark of a new era. Our Lady, Mother of Jesus, I come before you with an open heart, for I can no longer carry this burden alone. I prostrate myself spiritually at your feet and acknowledge that I am weak, limited, and in urgent need of your intercession. Mary, I now cry out for your compassionate gaze to turn upon me, for I know that no child who approaches you is ignored. You, who are Mother, know what it means to feel pain, what it means to have a heavy heart, and that is why I trust in you. Touch me, O dear Mother, with your mantle of tenderness. Cover me with your protection, hear my cries, and bring to your Son Jesus each request I place before you today. I do not hide my pain, Mary. I do not hide my falls, my failures, my fears. I surrender everything, even what I am ashamed to say aloud. I know that nothing I carry is greater than the love you have for me. Our Lady of Aparecida, take now my weaknesses, the sleepless nights, the days of solitude, the thoughts of defeat. Bring before the throne of God every tear I have ever shed in silence. I confess that there are times when I feel like I can't take it anymore, that I can't fight anymore. But today, I renounce this weakness, because I know I am not alone. I have you, Mother, who accompanies me and never abandons me. Intercede, Our Lady, so that all envy, every evil eye, every word hurled against me may now lose its power. This frees me from the invisible chains that bind my life. May every negative cycle that repeats itself endlessly now be broken. May the fear that paralyzes my steps be cast out. May closed doors begin to open, because I believe that when you intercede, Mary, the impossible becomes possible. I declare now that I am no longer a hostage to pain, no longer a prisoner of anxiety, no longer a slave to sorrow. Heaven is at work, liberation has begun, and the chains that bound me no longer have power over me. O Virgin Mary, place your holy hands upon the wounds in my soul. Heal the scars of rejection, the traumas of the past, the hurtful words, the memories that still sting. Touch, dear Mother, the dark corners of my heart, where I still harbor guilt, resentment, and sadness. Wash everything with your love. May the balm of heaven descend upon me now, calming my anxiety, lifting the weight of depression, bringing relief to every suffocating knot. May the light of God, through your intercession, illuminate every corner of my mind, clarifying my thoughts, bringing peace, calm, and rest. I believe that from this moment on, my soul begins to be restored. Our Lady, Mother of Jesus, I now also call upon you for the practical things in my life, because I know there is no request too small for you. Open the doors that are closed to me, whether in my work, my finances, or my family. Intercede for the right opportunities to come to me, so that I may no longer live in scarcity, but in abundance of blessings. Bless, O Mother, my home, each person who lives with me, each relative I love. Bring reconciliation where there is division. Bring forgiveness where there is hurt. Bring unity where there is distance. Show the power of heaven in the small things of my day, so that I may recognize that I am not alone. I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I know who holds my hand. And that's why I trust, because even without seeing, I believe. Even without feeling, I know that liberation is already happening. Today I proclaim that my life does not belong to fear, but to hope. It does not belong to defeat, but to the victory that heaven guarantees me through the intercession of the Mother of the Lord. Mary, stay with me in this battle, because I know that my human strength is not enough, but I also know that when you raise your voice before God, the heavens move, the angels descend, and the miracle becomes reality. I call now, Virgin Mary, to place your blue mantle over me. May it cover me, hide me, and protect me from all harm. May my every step be guided by your presence. May every word I speak be marked by peace. May my every dream be touched by heaven's grace. Today I surrender my life entirely to you, not because I deserve it, but because I need it. I need your care. I need your protection. I need your intercession. And at this moment, Dear Mother, I join in prayer with each person who also hears these words. We now form a chain of faith, a bridge that connects earth to heaven. And I believe that at this very moment, miracles are happening. Chains are being broken. Illnesses are being healed. Hearts are being restored. Because you, Mary, never fail to answer a child's prayer. I feel in my spirit that something new has already begun. And I prophesy, with faith, that liberation is already real. That the barriers have already fallen. That the enemy has already lost. I am no longer the same. Because heaven has bent down to me. Because Our Lady of Aparecida has placed her hand upon my life. And if the Mother is with me, nothing can defeat me. Today, after this prayer, I feel something in my heart has been transformed. What once seemed like an endless desert now has flowers blooming, signs that life is being renewed. What seemed like an impossible knot to untie begins to gently unravel, because Our Lady, Mother of Jesus, touched your story. This prayer is not a coincidence. It is a milestone. It is the beginning of a new era. It doesn't matter how you got here, tired, crying, anxious, feeling lost, because now you are leaving with a strengthened heart. Today I declare that heaven has heard your plea, and that Mary has already brought each request to the throne of God. I now prophesy over your life. Doors open, soul healed, miracle unleashed. What was locked begins to move. What was lost will be found. What seemed destroyed will be restored. The time of darkness is over. The light of heaven is already shining upon you. If before you cried alone, now you smile because you know you are no longer abandoned. Our Lady of Aparecida, the Virgin Mary, has interceded for you, and nothing will be the same again. The storm that seemed eternal has now receded, and on the horizon the sun of hope begins to rise. Today is a day of victory. Today is the day to lift your head and believe that the worst is over. What was a burden is now a testimony. What was pain is now strength. What was despair is now renewed faith. Even if there are still struggles, you are no longer fighting alone, because Our Lady walks by your side. She covers you with her protective mantle, places angels around you, holds your hands, and shows you the right path. No darkness can extinguish this light that now dwells within you. I know the wounds may have been deep. I know the tears were many, but now is the time for healing. It's time for rebuilding. It's time to believe that what seemed lost will be returned twofold. The God of miracles has heard the intercession of His Most Holy Mother and is already working on your behalf. Therefore, don't let doubt steal this certainty. Don't let fear extinguish the flame that has been lit within you. Heaven is in motion, and what has already begun will not be interrupted. Receive at this moment the peace that comes from God. Receive the courage to begin again. Receive the strength to believe again. The same God who turned water into wine, who gave sight to the blind, who restored life to the dead, is now visiting your life through the intercession of the Mother of Jesus. And I declare, miracles will happen in every area you have surrendered in prayer. What was blocked will be unlocked. What was bound will be freed. What was distant will be brought near. I feel in my heart that God is raising up people to help you. Send your angels, Lord, to open paths where there are no roads, to tear down walls that impede progress, to bring opportunities that seemed unattainable. Our Lady, Mother of Jesus, continue interceding. Continue holding my heart, because I know I am nothing without your care. Teach me to persevere, to trust even when I don't see it, to hope even when everything seems contrary. Dear Mother, I surrender myself to you. Watch over my steps, guide my dreams, protect my family, enlighten my mind, and strengthen my spirit. May I never forget that I have a Mother in heaven who loves me, who fights for me, and who never abandons me. I know that the coming days will be different because this prayer has impacted my life. I am no longer a hostage to pain, no longer a slave to anxiety, no longer a prisoner of fear. I am free because heaven has touched me, because Mary's intercession has reached me, and I declare before all who listen with me, heaven is at work, liberation has already begun, the chains have been broken, and a new era has begun. Today is the first day of a different journey, and I move forward with hope. Because if God is for me, no one can be against me. If Mary intercedes for me, No evil will prevail. Before I close, I want to thank you for being with me this far. Your presence in this prayer is proof that God wanted to speak to you in a special way. I ask that you subscribe to this channel, because together we form a family of faith. Leave your name and the city where you're praying in the comments so I can feature you in my prayers, and so this chain of faith can reach even more people. Your every word is a testimony, and each testimony is a flame that warms another heart. Always remember, Our Lady of Aparecida, Mother of Jesus, never abandons a child who sincerely cries out. You are not alone. You never have been alone, and you never will be. Keep this in your heart. And when fear tries to return, when sadness strikes again, remember this prayer. Listen again, pray again, believe again, because every time you call out to Our Lady, she answers. And when Mary answers, Jesus acts. May this moment be sealed with the peace that surpasses all understanding. May your life be marked by miracles, and may hope be reborn within you every day. Today, I end this prayer with the certainty that heaven has touched your story, and that you will live to witness the miracle that is already in motion.